In a landmark decision, the US Supreme Court has made a controversial ruling that reignites an 18th century law, the Alien Enemies Act, to deport alleged gang members. This bold move has sent ripples across the nation, with numerous stakeholders voicing strong opinions. At the heart of the matter is the Trump administration's aggressive stance on immigration and national security, particularly concerning alleged members of the Tren de Aragua gang. The ruling allows the administration to proceed with deportations primarily targeting individuals from El Salvador. The Supreme Court's ruling has stirred a mix of approval and disapproval, highlighting the polarized nature of the immigration debate in America. While some view this as a victory for justice and security, others warn of the dangers of unchecked executive power and potential abuses of civil liberties. The decision overturned a lower court's block centered around whether the correct legal venue was chosen to challenge the deportations. This procedural nuance set the stage for a broader conversation about the balance between national security and individual rights. The Trump administration has lauded this decision as a pivotal step in safeguarding Americans from what it describes as irregular warfare by foreign gangs. The ruling underscores the administration's commitment to its hardline immigration policies. Yet it also raises critical questions about due process for those accused. As deportations proceed, the impact on families and communities becomes a focal point of discussion, with many expressing fears of overreach and wrongful deportations fueled by misidentification or inadequate evidence. The Alien Enemies Act, part of the Alien and Sedition Acts of 1798, grants the US President broad powers to detain and deport citizens of enemy nations during times of war. Historically, it has been invoked sparingly, primarily during formal wartime, such as during World War II. Its current application, however, marks a significant departure from tradition, as there has been no formal declaration of war by Congress against any nation associated with the deportees. Originally enacted in a period rife with fear of foreign influence, the Alien Enemies Act was designed to protect national security. Its revival by the Trump administration represents a modern interpretation aimed at addressing non-state threats like international gangs. Critics argue this stretches the law's intent and poses risks of misuse against individuals without substantial evidence of wrongdoing. Legal experts and rights groups have expressed concern over this unprecedented use of the act, suggesting it sets a troubling precedent. By targeting individuals based on alleged gang affiliations without a formal war context, the administration challenges the traditional boundaries of presidential power. This approach raises fundamental questions about the legal framework governing national security measures and individual rights. Despite these concerns, proponents of the decision argue that the evolving nature of threats necessitates a flexible legal approach. In a world where security challenges transcend national borders, the ability to adapt old laws to new circumstances is seen as essential for maintaining national safety. The tension between historical legal frameworks and contemporary security needs remains a contentious issue. The Supreme Court's decision to overturn a lower court's block on deportations hinges on procedural grounds. The court found that the challenge to the deportations was filed in the wrong venue, which was a critical technical aspect of the case. Consequently, the ruling emphasizes adherence to legal procedures as a pivotal aspect of judicial decision-making, irrespective of the broader implications. Central to the court's mandate is the provision that deportees must be given an opportunity to challenge their removal through habeas corpus in the proper venue. This ensures that individuals have a chance to contest their deportation before it is finalized, preserving a semblance of due process. The court's decision underscores the importance of legal venues and the procedural integrity of the justice system. Despite this provision, dissenting Justices Barrett, Sotomayor, Kagan, and Jackson criticized the decision, arguing that it undermines the rule of law. They expressed concern that the administration's actions could set a dangerous precedent, potentially eroding civil liberties. The dissenting opinions highlight a deep divide within the court regarding the balance between national security and individual rights. The mandated due process rights offer a glimmer of hope, for those facing deportation. Yet, the burden of proof remains contentious. Allegations of gang affiliations are often disputed, with many deportees lacking criminal records in the US. This raises concerns about the fairness and accuracy of the vetting process, with significant implications for the individuals and families affected. The reactions to the Supreme Court ruling have been swift and varied, reflecting the complex and heated nature of the issue. Former President Donald Trump hailed the decision as a triumph for justice and national security, emphasizing his administration's determination to combat foreign threats. This endorsement aligns with his broader immigration strategy, which prioritizes stringent measures to safeguard the nation. Conversely, the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, views the decision with cautious optimism, seeing it as a partial victory for due process. While the ruling allows deportations to continue, the requirement for habeas corpus challenges provides a critical avenue for legal recourse. The ACLU remains vigilant in ensuring these rights are upheld and that deportees receive fair treatment under the law. Families of the deportees have voiced profound distress, disputing the allegations against their loved ones. Many argue that individuals have been misidentified or unfairly targeted due to superficial characteristics like tattoos. This has sparked a broader debate about the reliability and ethics of the criteria used to determine gang affiliation, with significant implications for justice and fairness. The broader implications of the ruling extend to the fundamental principles of rule of law and due process. By reviving an archaic law, the decision tests the limits of executive power and the judiciary's role in safeguarding individual rights. As the nation grapples with these complex issues, the ruling serves as a pivotal moment in the ongoing dialogue about immigration, national security, and civil liberties in America.